Certified Fraud Examiner CFE Association of Certified Fraud Examiners ACFE. Let's get started. Which of the following data analysis functions is used to determine whether company policies are met by employee transactions, such as verifying that traveling employees book their accommodations at approved hotels? Is it A, the gap testing function? Or B, the compliance verification function? Could it be C, the correlation analysis function? Or lastly, D, the join function? The correct answer is B. Here is why. Compliance verification involves checking data against a set of rules, standards, or policies, like an approved vendor list, to identify exceptions or violations. Option A, gap testing, is used to find missing items in a sequence, e.g., missing check numbers. Option C, correlation analysis, looks for statistical relationships between variables. Option D, join function, is a database operation to combine data from different tables based on a common field. Next question. Which of the following statements about fraud response plans is false? Is it A, a fraud response plan must be simple to understand and administer? Or B, a fraud response plan should specify how every fraud examination should be conducted regardless of the type of fraud? Could it be C, a fraud response plan outlines the actions an organization will take when suspicions of fraud have arisen? Or lastly, D, a fraud response plan should create an environment to minimize risk and maximize the potential for success? The correct answer is B. Here is why. A fraud response plan provides a general framework and guidelines for responding to suspected fraud, but it cannot and should not rigidly specify the exact procedures for every possible type of fraud. Investigations must be tailored to the specific circumstances. Options A, C, and D are all true characteristics of an effective fraud response plan. It should be simple, outline initial actions, and aim to manage risk and ensure a successful outcome. Next question. Which of the following is the least accurate statement about seizing a computer for examination? Is it A, before removing a computer system from a scene for further analysis, it is important to document the system's setup with photographs or diagrams? Or B, when taking a computer for examination, if the computer is off, it should remain off when it is removed? Could it be C, when seizing a computer that is running, it is acceptable for a fraud examiner to review the files contained on the machine prior to seizing it? Or lastly, D, when seizing a computer for examination, the seizing party should look around the area for passwords because many people leave passwords near their computers. The correct answer is C. Here is why. Forensic best practice dictates that an investigator should not interact with or browse files on a live system unless absolutely necessary, e.g., to capture volatile data. Such interaction changes system metadata, last access times, etc., and can compromise the integrity of the evidence. Options A, B, and D are accurate. Thorough documentation is crucial. A powered-off machine should stay off to preserve state, and searching for passwords is a common and prudent step. Next question. Marilyn, a certified fraud examiner, CFE, is reasonably sure that Shelley, her primary suspect, committed the fraud in question. Before scheduling an admission-seeking interview with Shelley, Marilyn should be reasonably sure of all of the following except: is it A, that the interview's time and location can be controlled? Or B, that the interview's subject matter can be controlled? Could it be C, that all reasonable investigative steps have been taken? Or lastly, D, that no other person was involved in the fraud in question? The correct answer is D. Here is why. Before an admission-seeking interview, an examiner does not need to be sure that no other person was involved. In fact, the interview itself may reveal accomplices. The key prerequisites are control over the interview environment, A and B, and having conducted a thorough investigation to be fully informed, C. Option D is incorrect as a prerequisite. Determining the full scope of involvement is often an objective of the interview. Next question. Gunn, a certified fraud examiner, CFE, was hired to trace Kelly's financial transactions. During his investigation, Gunn obtains records of electronic payments that Kelly made during the past 3 years. Which of the following are these records most likely to reveal? Is it A, the market value of any real property Kelly owns? Or B, the cities and countries in which Kelly conducts business? Could it be C, the division and distribution of Kelly's assets? Or lastly D, if Kelly has been skimming funds? The correct answer is B. Here is why. Electronic payment records, e.g., credit card transactions, wire transfers, typically show merchant/payee names and locations, which can indicate where a subject travels or conducts business. Option A is unlikely. Property value is determined by appraisal or market data, not payment records. Option C, division of assets, is more about the overall financial structure, which might be inferred but is not directly shown. Option D, skimming, involves unrecorded cash theft and would not be directly visible in legitimate electronic payment records. Next question. If an important witness becomes hostile and argumentative during an interview, the interviewer should generally: is it A, try to reason with the witness? Or B, terminate the interview? Could it be C, avoid reacting to the witness? Or lastly D, refute the witness's arguments? The correct answer is C. Here is why. The best approach with a hostile witness is to remain calm, professional, and non-confrontational. Avoiding an emotional reaction, not reacting, helps de-escalate the situation and keeps the interviewer in control. Option A, reasoning, is often futile with a truly hostile individual. Option B, terminating, should be a last resort if the interview is completely unproductive or unsafe, not the general first response. Option D, refuting arguments, will likely escalate hostility and shut down communication. That's it for today. How many did you score? Let me know in the comments. Please like and subscribe, and tell me what topic I should cover next. Bye.